Welcome to the Ryder and Lisa podcast.
Unfiltered laughs, honest conversations, and everything in between.
This is your backstage pass to the best moments from Ryder and Lisa.
On demand.
Powered by Always Plumbing and Heating.
There are so many shocking headlines that I wish SNL wasn't on summer holidays because there's just too much happening. The Sydney Sweeney Jeans campaign, they could easily parody that. Justin Trudeau and Katy Perry going on dates. What in the world is happening there? Talking about Tom Cruise officially holding hands with his girlfriend, Anna, what is her name? Anna de Armas. There's so much happening that they could be making fun of.
Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson are rumored to be dating as well. And they've got a new movie coming out. How much of this, though, is that they're building hype for the new movie coming out? You don't think so?
No, because the thing about Liam Neeson is he has been single since his wife passed away tragically. Remember, she got in that skiing accident? And she was a famous actress, too.
That was in Canada, if I'm not mistaken, in Montreal.
Yeah. She was with Natasha Richardson. With Natasha Richardson forever. He's been single since his wife died. And I feel like Pamela Anderson has had such toxic men in her life that they just bonded on the set of Naked Gun that's out this weekend. And I think they're the perfect couple. There's not a single person that's like, oh, I don't like this.
You haven't sold me yet that this isn't slightly a publicity stunt. Why? I mean, they're building hype for their movie. Getting in a relationship together has us talking about Naked Gun that's coming out this weekend. So, it's working if that is the case.
Yeah, I guess so.
85 individuals fell ill. They didn't know what was going on. This was in Wisconsin. And then they realized they had something in common, that they had all gotten food from the same pizza place. And then they realized these aren't symptoms consistent with food poisoning or anything of the sort.
What was it?
They're more THC intoxication.
Oh no.
The pizza place apparently shares a kitchen with a state-licensed business that uses THC-infused cooking oil. And they mixed up the cooking oil that was very strong, apparently.
Wouldn't you be able to smell it? I guess it depends on the toppings that you got, because some could be stinkier than
I think if maybe they made garlic bread with it, there's a chance you'd smell it. But by the time you get sauces and cheeses and meats.
Yeah, and let's be real. Anytime I have a fresh za, I'm not breathing through my nose. I'm mouth breathing like crazy, and it's down my esophagus in 4 milliseconds.
Also, if you're like, this kind of smells like weed, it probably wouldn't stop you from eating it.
True.
But yeah.
So they were all stoned.
7 of them actually required hospitalization.
No, that's scary, especially if you're not used to it.
Well, and you don't know what it is. I think that was probably the biggest part. If they would have known what it was, plus the age range here is 1 to 91. So I don't know if a lot of 90-year-olds, some for sure probably partake, but have experience with THC, and obviously not a lot of 1-year-olds, hopefully.
One of our listeners, Lorelei, she's always tuning in. Love her. She called our show once to tell us about the time that she went to the hospital because she thought there was something wrong with her. And then it turns out she ate her husband's weed cookie without realizing it was a weed cookie.
I think she had more than one.
Yeah, maybe. Or it was one really big one. And then it was weeks later, they never really figured out what was wrong with her, that he was looking for his cookie. He's like, do you know where my weed cookie went? And she went, what?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it honestly feels very similar to what a lot of these people would have experienced, because it would be scary if all of a sudden you're just like, why am I dizzy? Yeah. Why am I uncomfortable? And weed hits people differently.
Yeah, and now that there's weed gummies, it's so scary to have those in a house where you got kids that snoop around. When I was a kid, dude, if weed gummies were a thing, I would be inhaling all of them. When I would sneak around and try and find snacks in the house... So I would go into the pantry and I would find the cooking cocoa powder. And I would look at it because I didn't know what it was. I'd be like, chocolate powder? And I would eat it. And it was disgusting. Tasted like dirt.
I think everybody had the experience with those Baker's cookies or Baker's chocolate as well.
Yes.
Unsweetened chocolate.
The little squares of chocolate. You're like, oh my gosh, they've been hiding a chocolate bar from me. You take a bite and you'd be gagging.
So disappointing. But yeah, apparently everybody's okay, thankfully. Once again, there were 7 people that ended up going to the hospital with THC intoxication because this business, by mistake, used THC-infused cooking oil.
Whoops.
The good news for everybody involved was after they were high, they had pizza already. You know what I mean? They probably some leftovers. I would imagine they went
but then it would just keep getting worse.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So we're getting a bunch of texts actually on, we didn't think that we were going to launch this topic, but let's roll with it. What has your kid gotten into? And like kind of FAFO moments, right? F around and find out.
Yeah, whoopsies.
What did they get into? Maybe you were a kid. What did you get into? We'll launch this coming up. We're talking about times you or a kid you know, maybe your kid, screwed around and found out, got into something they shouldn't have gotten into.
Lindsay, when I was younger, my dad was welding a bolt of something, and I remember seeing how red it was when it hit the ground, and I ran to pick it up. Before my dad could say no, I burnt my 2 fingertips. He said, I bet that hurt. Had to get treated. Laughing so hard at this one text that we got. Where did it go? Oh, here it is from Carly. This is about my mother-in-law. She doesn't drink, but one day she felt extremely sick and ill. And when people got home, they're like, what did you eat? Like, what's going on? And she said, well, all I've really had are those cans of juice in the fridge. Turns out she was drinking those Palm Bays that don't taste like liquor at all. There were eight empty cans of Palm Bay. She was completely wasted. And I'm like, how did you eat? Like, how did you drink 8 carbonated drinks? That is excessive. And she wrote back saying, laugh out loud. Yeah, she thought it was the best carbonated juice she had ever had.
Do you remember that story that was going viral of the guy who didn't know the neutrals, I think it was, in the fridge were alcohol, and he would take one every morning for work?
Yes. He thought it was an energy drink. So he would bring one. He would crack it on his commute to work.
Like, so ridiculous. All right, what do you got for us?
Times your kid effed around and found out.
Yeah.
My almost 2-year-old decided to try to wear my wife's Crocs. And we kept telling her, don't do that, you're going to trip and fall. Well, one day she did, and actually ended up breaking off 75% of her tooth. Ended up having an emergency dental surgery, so I guess we also found out.
No.
From wearing Crocs.
At least the lesson was probably learned that she should listen to you guys.
Yeah, well, hopefully. She hasn't tried wearing the Crocs since, so... that was about 2 months ago, so I think she figured it out.
Do you think that you will ever get her own size of Crocs?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Jen wrote in, when my son was little, he got into my quote-unquote adult stuff. He came running out of the bedroom, covered in lube, wearing a toy around his neck, and asked if it was a dog toy. He was about 3 years old at the time. Can you imagine that visual?
No, just...
This is the thing. This is the lesson we're learning here. It's like you cannot put things high enough. You have to hide things like in the attic at this point.
Or have a tricky lock on some of your drawers.
Kids will figure it out, though, if they have enough time to do so.
All right, you're up. What do you got?
My 5-year-old at the time snuck into my baking cupboard and took the blue food coloring dye, gave it to her, I believe, 3-year-old sister, and they proceeded to play with it and eat it. I came back and found that it looked like she just ate a Smurf, honestly. It was quite comical. Even her urine and her diaper later on, it was blue. It was quite interesting.
Thank you for that.
I didn't know your urine could turn blue.
I guess.
That's crazy.
When I was about 3, I got into my dad's handcuffs that were like the legit handcuffs. Need a key, strong, proper metal. And took them out to the living room and put them around my ankles and squeezed them real tight. Then I panicked and realized that I wasn't going to get out of them, got my parents to come, but I'd also, being 3, lost the key, the only key that they needed, and they were so tight that my parents had to take me to the hospital. and at the hospital, they had cut them off. And I still think about that to this day.
You're 3 years old. You still think about it? How mad would your parents be? Especially if you're like losing like the blood flow to your feet.
So they were scared and they were
freaking out, right?
Embarrassed. I mean, what if the dad, she said it was her dad's handcuffs. What if he wasn't in law enforcement?
Yeah, what if the mom didn't even know the handcuffs were in the house to begin with?
No.
There's so many layers to this story. Kids finding things can be an absolute nightmare. We got this text from Jeff. A friend of mine when I was a kid ate a whole tub of blue whale gummies. He got caught because his pee was blue. So he had to confess to his mom. A whole pail. I remember as a kid, I ate an entire container of fruit-flavored Tums. And I don't know how I lived.
Well, you'd want those after eating a container of blue whales.
Yeah.
Chase those with the Tums and you'd be fine. We're talking about times you screwed around and found out, or maybe your kids did. Nothing like when you warn them 15 times, hey, don't do that. You're going to hurt yourself.
Hey, don't do that.
You're going to hurt yourself. And then whammo, they get it.
Or they get into something that they shouldn't, and you don't even realize it till it's too late because they bring it to school. Michelle wrote in, I got into my mom's maxi pads. I thought they were for your feet to make your shoes more comfortable. So I put them in my shoes.
I bet that would make your shoes more comfortable, though.
Yeah,
like,
it's
she
actually
ain't wrong.
Valid point.
I put some in mine right now. I had a friend who's a teacher. We've told this story on the show a couple times, but she had a kid come to school who was really pumped about his new bracelet that would light up and make noises and vibrate. Not a bracelet.
Not a bracelet. Kind of the same vibe with Amanda's text. My daughter's friend, they were 5 years old at the time, brought a vibrating object to daycare, and the teacher caught them using it on their face because they thought it was a massager. Horrifying.
No.
Absolutely horrifying.
And
for the teacher, for like having to call the parents and be like, I'm so sorry to tell you this, but...
You would cringe so hard every time you thought about it.
Also, how do kids get away with it? Like, usually it's a parent that packs the daycare bag. So the kids are sneaky. They can get away with things. They can hide things.
Yeah, the story I was saying, like on day one, they're like, just let the kid take it home. The parents
whatever.
will figure it out.
They'll see it on their wrist and then they'll take it away.
But no, kid hit it. Must have hit it because they brought it back for day 2. And that's when they had to send a note home with the kid.
2 days in a row.
Yeah. You got busted for what you had stolen. It was pretty easy for your mom to figure out. Break the story down for us.
Yeah, so we came upon my mom's X-Lax. She must have been struggling. And he devoured the whole box. So my mom found the box and said, you guys better fess up because there's 4 of us. You guys better fess up because I'm going to find out who ate that. And she found out who ate that.
So what were they? They were X-Lax chocolate, like Chewies?
Yeah, they were chocolates. Back in the day, we used to buy chocolate.
So all 4 of you were just battling for the toilet?
Who was it?
Just me and my sister. We were hoarding it for my brothers.
And then you guys were just on the toilet for hours.
Just super busted.
Oh, big time. Big time.
Thank you so much for the call. One of our favorites for sure.
That was so good. We have a similar story from Jody on the text line. I found chocolate X-Lax in the cabinet and I took some because I wanted to relax. I told my dad what I did and he started laughing. Needless to say, I couldn't go to school the next day.
Weren't relaxing much.
No.
Oh, man, that's funny. I
That's
never thought
good.
about X-Lax kind of sounding like relax.
Yeah, like this sounds like something quite nice. A chocolate, maybe have a nap.
It's Ryder and Lisa's 1K wordplay. Brought to you by Out of Bounds Restaurant.
We are joined by Texter 107, Patty. I have a friend whose mom and dad are both named Patty.
Cute.
I call them the double cheeseburger because
Love
it's
that.
2 patties.
Patty, is this your first time getting through with Ryder and Lisa's 1K wordplay?
No, this is my second.
How much did you pick up last time?
$75.
Oh my
Nice.
gosh. Okay, if you can get 2 more words correct, that's $1,000 in your pocket. Who do you want as your teammate?
I went with Ryder last time. I'll go with Lisa.
Okay, goodbye.
I've got good words today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You always say that.
Okay, so if you're just checking out the show for the first time, I'm going to give Patty 5 words. She'll tell me what word she thinks makes most sense for each 25-second timer to work with. We'll invite Lisa in to play the same game, and for every answer that matches is $25. Hit them all, and it's $1,000. Are you ready to go?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I'll start the timer after I give you the first word, and the first word is yes.
No.
Contacts.
Lens.
Evening.
Daytime.
Artist.
Art.
And game.
Play.
All right, let's get Lisa back in here and give away some money.
Oh, my God.
You ready to go?
Yep. I'm back.
We've had a lot of very close calls.
With almost winning a grand.
Yeah.
Especially in the past a week and a half or so.
Yeah. So let's see if we can go over the top here. Mm-hmm. Lisa, what is the first word that comes to mind when I say yes?
No. Woo! $25.
Good job.
Next up, we're going to go with game.
Play. Woo! 50. Can we get to 75?
Oh, God. Okay.
Contacts.
Eyes.
Oh.
No! What is it?
Lens.
Oh, that's a good answer. Next up.
Artist.
Music.
She went with art.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, no.
Evening.
Night.
She went with daytime.
Why did I think it was going to be not the opposite thing? What's wrong with me?
I mean, I probably would have said night. That's a good guess.
Oh.
Thanks for playing, Patty. You got $50.
Thank you very much.
Have a great day.
Next time you get through, you're going to get 25.
Yeah. And then the next time after that,
Go backwards.
$0.
Got tickets to Tate McRae for August 7th, Rogers Place. If you want those tickets, just tell us something greedy you've done lately.
It doesn't even have to be lately. What is the greediest thing you've ever done? And you can confess. We're not going to judge you. We get it. You want to win these Tate McRae tickets.
Yeah.
She's going to be at Rogers Place August 7th. Ryder, why don't you give us a prime example of a greedy thing that you've done as of late?
Yeah, mine is lately. It was last night.
Get your stories in, by the way. You can text in, send us a voice note, or call us.
I made dinner, as always. By the way.
Whatever.
And
you love it.
One of the advantages to making dinner is you get first choice on which piece of protein you're going to get. Okay? And usually I like to keep it pretty fair.
Did you give me the bloody one?
No.
Okay.
So last night I made a pretty good pasta, hey?
Yeah, I had 6 rounds of it.
I couldn't believe how little leftovers were left. I thought I was going to have lunch today. Anyway, there were 4 chicken thighs, 2 of which were on the smaller side, 2 of which were just plump and juicy. A total thigh guy as well, so I was all in for the plumpy ones.
Okay, get to it. We all know what the ending of the story is, so quit wasting time. You took the bigger pieces.
Both of them, yeah.
All right,
and I gave you the smaller thighs.
We're moving on.
Uh-huh.
And that's why I ate more pasta, because I was still starving. I didn't have enough protein.
Okay. Times you've been a little bit greedy or maybe a lot greedy. So let's get into it. This one says, I had a sweet tooth at the time, went to a potluck and took home all of the leftover dessert.
Do you remember that time that we left a party? It was another radio host in the city's party, and we took the entire thing of buffalo dip with us when we left.
You took the crock pot.
Okay, not the crock pot.
Yeah, you did.
No.
We had to take the crock pot back the next day.
Whatever. Melissa wrote in, I hide my favorite snacks in boxes of things my boyfriend doesn't like and would never check.
Yes.
These are incredible. What is the greediest thing you've ever done? Everyone that gets in on this conversation entered to win tickets to see Tate McRae when she's here on August 7th.
I got a carton of donuts for my work crew. Ended up having 2 while driving, and then I realized I didn't have enough for my entire work crew, so I just kept them all.
Well, you know what? It actually is better that way. When there isn't enough.
Yeah.
It sucks.
No, I agree. That was wholesome.
Susan, one of the greediest things I've ever done. My son's wedding, I wanted to save money. So I had some more expensive empty vodka bottles and I just filled them with cheap vodka.
All right.
That's so clever.
Remember when we were at a bar in town and we saw the bartender doing that?
No.
They had like a Grey Goose bottle and they were pouring some cheap-ass vodka into it.
That's not good. That's robbing
know.
your customers.
It was the first time I was there, too. I was like, guess I'm never coming back here again. Or at least definitely not ordering Grey Goose here again.
Yeah, seriously. Alicia, kind of the same vibe as Melissa's. I hide candy from my husband. We usually share everything, but sometimes I just want that sweet treat to myself. What he doesn't know won't hurt him. These are great examples. Get your stories in. What is the greediest thing you've ever done? Everyone that gets in on this, you're entered to win Tate McRae tickets.
Jay says, I know a rich couple that were getting married. I RSVP'd for 2, but knew I would only show up solo. Just because you wanted them to pay more money? That's terrible.
I would eat my ice cream in the bathroom so I wouldn't have to share with my kids, like the door is locked, sitting on the toilet.
Did they ever see you walking into the bathroom with the ice cream or leaving with it? Because that would be a strange conversation.
No. I was very secretive about it, but they did find the the popsicle stick in the trash. And I was like, what do you mean? I don't know.
I have not sat down to watch Happy Gilmore 2 yet. I need to prioritize that.
It sounds like you're one of few people that hasn't done that yet. It broke some records this weekend. The strong debut on Netflix, 50 million views-ish, make it the biggest opening weekend ever for a Netflix film.
Cool.
I wonder what it would have done in the box office, because I know so many people that would have went to the theater to watch it.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad that wasn't an opportunity, right?
I know. It would be fun to laugh with a bunch of strangers again. I don't remember the last time I sat in a movie theater and watched a movie that was so funny that the whole room was roaring with laughter.
And that's
like
a great vibe.
Over.
It's the same reason I like stand-up comedy so much, is laughing with other people is just fun. Instead, I just sat and laughed with my daughter for Happy Gilmore 2, which was obviously fine as well.
Yeah, that's fine. I loved this opinion about the movie, or this angle. For those of you who were disappointed, who didn't care for it,
which I saw a lot of that,
a lot
too.
of people were like, it was a piece of garbage. I'm like, well, what do you expect? So this guy on Twitter wrote, his name's B. Miller, being disappointed in Happy Gilmore 2 is like being disappointed in a gas station hot dog. It was never pretending to be something it wasn't.
Right. There's a reason Adam Sandler isn't nominated for Oscars.
No, exactly.
Because he makes movies that are meant to just make people laugh. Even if they can go to the extreme level of stupidity, they will.
Whoever it was that said Adam Sandler's got it figured out, I don't remember who it was. It was someone in Hollywood. They said, this guy writes movies. He hires all of his best friends to be in it. And then a really hot chick he gets to make out with on set.
And they usually are filming them in tropical locations as well.
So he gets to bring his friends on vacation.
Yeah, exactly.
And he gets to wear what he wears on the street anyway, which is usually like a Hawaiian button-up shirt and some oversized shorts.
Yeah.
And he calls it a day and makes millions of dollars.
Like hundreds of millions.
Yeah.
There was something super strange that happened in the Jays game yesterday. Did you hear about this?
Was it the guy that got traded mid-game?
Well, kind of, yeah. So they had a double header. They end up getting a guy who played for the Orioles for the first game. Then the trade deadline for baseball is tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. The Jays make a trade for this guy, and then he literally walked down the hallway, went into their dressing room. Changed outfits. They got him a jersey made up in that amount of time, so maybe they knew it was coming. And then he played the second game for the Blue Jays against his old team that he had played for that morning.
That must have sucked because he won in the morning and lost in the afternoon. Like he went to a team that lost.
He would have looked like a badass had they won both. And he actually even pitched for the Jays in the second game and looked really good.
Oh, that's exciting.
His name is a little bit confusing. It's Sir Anthony Dominguez is his name.
Okay.
But I thought they were saying Sir Anthony Dominguez.
I like it. Let's keep it that way.
He's knighted? Like, yeah, we
Heck
got a
yeah,
night.
let's do this.
But no, his actual name is Sir Anthony.
So with a baseball team, excuse my ignorance, you don't need to have like team chemistry. You could just cross the street and be like, all right, let's make a pass to me.
Yeah, it kind of feels a bit like Adam Banks in Mighty Ducks, who all of a sudden like had to play for the rivals, the Ducks, because his parents moved. And everybody's like, I don't want him on my team.
We don't know this guy.
I think there is a bit of that in a clubhouse for baseball. If it's a field player, for pitchers, they kind of
just
have
do
their
thing.
own routine.
You know what's funny about this is I wonder if there's a mentality shift, legit, for the Blue Jays, if they played this guy in the past and they don't like the guy. And it's like when you're a fan of a team and you hate players on other teams until they're on your team.
Yeah.
Your mentality completely switches.
Like, had the Oilers been able to make a trade for Matthew Tkachuk when he was a Flame,
I would have been like, I
guess.
Do I kind of like this guy? I guess.
Anyway, Sir Anthony Dominguez, the Knight, is now Toronto Blue Jay. A massive collab with two brands we all know maybe even a little bit too well.
Yeah.
It's Reese's Peanut Butter Cups have joined forces with Oreos.
So they've gotten their own products on each end. So they've got the Oreo cookies with a peanut butter filling,
which I think sound great.
So good. It actually reminds me of Lindsay Lohan because of The Parent Trap, like the remake movie where she meets her twin and they both love dipping Oreos in peanut butter.
Okay.
So it just adds up. So you're a fan of the Oreo cookies. I'm on the other side where I think the Reese cups look good because they look like a regular Reese cup, but they've got little pieces of the cookie inside crumbled up and then a thin layer of what looks to be like the flavor of the Oreo icing on top of the chocolate.
Is there still peanut butter or is it just chocolate on those?
So inside it looks like a normal Reese cup, but they've just added little pieces of Oreo crumble.
Got it.
So that makes my mouth fill with saliva. Do you think they're going to taste good? Or is it going to be one of those things where you eat it and you go, it's too sweet?
I don't know.
It's too sweet.
If I ever have peanut butter near a cookie, I will put an ungodly amount of peanut butter on top of my cookie.
How mad were you when I brought home normal, natural peanut butter that one time? You're like,
this
is a crime.
It's a cookie breaker for sure.
Yeah, like it needs to be the
smooth, jiffy.
the one that's bad for you.
Yeah.
Like really bad.
No, I think they'll probably be good. I mean, they're both pretty popular flavors. The thing is, they don't even have to be good for this to be a success because the intrigue is there.
Wait a minute.
Whether people enjoy eating them or not, they're going to buy them to try them with these two brands.
Is this going to be a thing in Canada? Is this a U.S. only thing? Oh, let's go back to being Lindsay Lohan in The Parent Trap and just dip our Oreos in Jiffy.
I guess we got something to do while we wait, yeah?
That's a wrap on this episode of the Ryder and Lisa podcast.
Thanks for being a part of the Ryder and Lisa community. If you liked hanging out with us, don't forget to subscribe and share the laughs with your friends.
Powered by Always Plumbing and Heating.